So this is a quick video about doing the B minor scales when you already know the parallel B major finger pattern. And it's hard to just say to yourself, okay, let's remember the finger pattern. Let's try to do it a little visually. So you know that B major is a clumping scale, so you have your thumb always on the white keys, long fingers on these two black keys, thumb, and then all three long fingers on these black keys. Right? So for the minors, you have exactly the same fingering, you just have to adjust some of these notes to fit the half and whole step pattern. So what I'm going to do is actually clump the minor, let's start with the natural minor scale, in the same clumps first. And then I'm going to play it as a real scale. So we know in the natural minor the third scale degree is lower, but you see how my long fingers are still kind of in the same clump? And then we've lowered the 7th and 6th scale degrees, right? But they're still kind of in the same general location of the clump they were before. So we have the natural minor. And if you want to keep going, you can obviously put your thumb where your pinky was and keep going. So. So by clumping the minor, you see that the fingers are generally where they were before. They're just using slightly different notes, not always the same black keys. Yeah. So for the harmonic, we're raising that 7th again, right? So I would clump every minor before you do it as a individual note scale. And for the melodic, you have that added complication of needing to raise 6th and 7th going up, and then lowering them on the way down. But you see how these three fingers are generally in the same vicinity that they were before, and you can really see that visually once you've done do this. So coming down. So hopefully once you've clumped it, playing it as a scale will be a little easier. Once I see that my fingers are generally in the same place. So same thing for the left hand, right? So if we were to clump the major scale, long fingers, all three long fingers. For the minor scale, I just kind of modify the scale degrees, lowered third. Let's do natural, so I'm going to lower everything. Harmonic. Melodic. Raise everything. Lower everything. That way when I play it as a scale, hopefully it's a little easier. I have to think less about what fingering I'm using and just where they generally go. And of course I would have you clump both hands together so you can feel how that feels when you're playing hands together, clumping before you have to do them as individual notes.